So you're thinking about selling your home. You check Zillow and you saw that number, the Zestimate. And suddenly you're either planning your dream vacation or you're panic Googling what happens if your home is worth way less than you thought. But what if I told you that number may be off by tens of thousands of dollars? So stick with me because today we're breaking down the truth about Zestimates. What are they? Why are they often wrong? And what you should know to trust instead. So let's start simple. What the heck is a Zestimate? Well, a Zestimate is Zillow's best guess on what your home is worth. And it's based on public records, MLS data, and sometimes information that the homeowners may submit. And Zillow uses algorithms to crunch all that together. They say it's accurate within about 2% for homes on the market, but for everything else, that number can be way off. So quick question for you. Do you know how often your Zestimate updates their figures? Most people assume that it's real time, but actually it's not. It depends on the local market activity and how recently your home's data was updated. So if your home's been on the radar for a while, well, your Zestimate might be stuck in the past. And Zestimates struggle with unique homes with major upgrades or neighborhoods that are changing pretty quickly. For example, I had a client in Littleton with a gorgeous remodel. Zestimate said $575,000. We listed it at $665,000 and it sold for over $680,000. So you're probably asking, why the $100,000 difference? Zillow didn't know about the new kitchen, the luxury primary suite, or that spa-worthy bathroom. So here's one for you. Does Zillow know your house has radiant floors and a built-in espresso bar? Not so much. Zillow doesn't walk through your home. It doesn't see what makes it special. So why do people trust the Zestimate? Because it's there. It's easy. And let's be honest, it's kind of fun to peek. But it leads to something called price anchoring. We see that number and we stick to it. So let me ask you, would you trust a free online calculator to value your largest financial asset if it could be off by $40,000? Now, most people wouldn't, but that's exactly what happens with Zestimates every day. So here's the real danger zone. Sellers use the Zestimate to price their homes. If it's wrong, they price too high or maybe even too low. And what happens if you price too high? Your home sits, momentum dies, and you might have to drop the price, and that raises red flags. If it's too low, it sells quickly, but you could leave thousands on the table. So, what should you trust instead? How about a comparative market analysis or a CMA? And that's what I use for every client. It's based on local sales, home condition, upgrades, and real-time demand. It's the human touch the algorithm just can't provide. So here's something most people don't know. Do appraisers use estimates? Well, no, not at all. They use verified data, in-person inspections, and experience. So if the pros don't use it, why should you? So can Zestimates ever be right? Well, sure, sometimes in newer neighborhoods where homes are almost identical, Zestimates can be fairly close. But even then, it's a starting point, not the final answer. Think of it like checking the weather app. It's helpful, but you still peek outside before you leave the house. Even Zillow admits Zestimates aren't appraisals. They are estimates, sophisticated guesses based on algorithms, but still, just guesses. So is a Zestimate accurate? Well, yeah, sometimes, but often it's a guess that could cost you big. That's why I offer something better, a personalized equity assessment report. And if you're wondering what your home is really worth in today's market, don't rely on a robot. Reach out to me directly and I'll give you a tailored report based on your home, your upgrades, and your local market conditions. No algorithms, just answers. Until then, remember, life is short, live somewhere awesome, and be well. We'll see you next week.